everyone. Today we're going to look at our body paragraph 3 in how to write a 5-paragraph constructed response essay from 2 paired passages. This is video lesson 4, step 4, body paragraph number 3. Go ahead and let's remind ourselves of our writing prompt. I know you're already very familiar. Remember, this is in Google Classroom attached to the assignment. The prompt is, for every real-world problem, there is a potential solution. Write an essay in which you explain the process that people engage in to solve problems. Be sure to support your essay with information from both texts. Remember, our 2 texts are Building a Bridge and Who Needs a Better Mousetrap? Where was it? Here we go. Who Needs a Better Mousetrap? These are both attached in Google Classroom. Take out your graphic organizer and make sure you're following along. We're looking in this section here, body paragraph 3. Now, whenever we return to our writing, it's a good idea to reread our work that we've done already. I'm going to reread my thesis out loud now. My thesis, that one sentence with 3 key points to go with each of these 3 body paragraphs. It says, in order to solve problems, people decide on the criteria for their solutions, weigh the constraints, and think through possible solution strategies. My first claim, my first point in my thesis is about people needing to decide on the criteria for their solutions. So that was the main idea and correlated quote for number 1. Looking at my second point, weigh the constraints. That was my correlated point for body paragraph 2. And so the third point in my 3-point thesis, that people need to think through possible solution strategies, that's going to be my focus today in our 3rd body paragraph. Make sure you're writing this in your plan before you type. That's going to really keep you organized. So, the first thing we're going to need to do is have our transition word or phrase. In our first body paragraph, we said first, comma, and then we had our main idea. In our second body paragraph, we said next, comma, and had our main idea. For this one, I'm going to use the phrase in addition. In addition, comma, you could say something like also, you could say furthermore. There are a lot of great transition words or phrases you could use, and I'll let you use your creativity for which one you would like. In addition, comma, and then we're going to need to say our main idea. We're going to need to say what this paragraph is all about. So remember, our 3rd point says, think through possible solution strategies. So this first sentence will say, in addition, comma, people think through possible solution strategies, period. You can say very organized that way. After that sentence, we can apply our quote. Remember, this came from our text evidence. This is from the text, Building a Bridge. Notice that the other 2 quotes came from Who Needs a Better Mousetrap? Now we're making sure to include a quote from Building a Bridge so that we quote from both of our paired texts. I said, as I read in Building a Bridge, comma, notice I made sure to capitalize the first letters of the larger words of the title of my article, and then I added the quote word for word. As I read in Building a Bridge, Maria suggested throwing it down into the water and seeing if it reached the other side, period. That seemed imprecise to Alex. What if the branch did not reach the other side of the river? Question mark, because that sentence is a question and asking sentence. It's an interrogative sentence. And then I put my closing quotation marks. Notice that I only put closing quotation marks at the very end, not at the end of the sentence. As long as the quote goes together, you don't need to put additional quotation marks in the middle. So I have my opening quotes at the beginning, closing quotes at the end, and then I added my closing punctuation right before those closing quotes. Now I need to explain this evidence. We need to say why this is showing that people think through possible solution strategies. So, you could start your sentence with, this quote shows, or this says to me that, and then it'll explain why Exploring different solution strategies is represented by her suggesting to throw the branch in the river, and Alex saying no, that seemed imprecise. You can use your creativity to come up with a couple of sentences there that explain what that quote means to you, aligning it to the main idea that people think through different strategies before they start solving the problem. Then you'll have your closing. Closing sentences always go with your opening sentences. They're always basically a repetition of that same thing, but at the end you're going to say, now you know. So in this instance, I'll say, now you know this is why people think through possible solution strategies. All right, this is due. This is what you're going to be typing in your Google document that you've shared with me, entitled Your Name and Solving Problems Essay. I look forward to reading your writing. Good job, and as you know, you can always reach me through Google Classroom.